Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I want to talk about a business model, what a business model is, the definition, and then we will talk about the components of a business model, which features and parameters and parts a business model would have, and then we talk about examples with a coffee shop and an engineering consultancy service. Let's define a business model. A business model is a model that shows how an organization, a company, a business, or firm creates, delivers, and captures values for their customers or clients. It explains the logic of a company, how it operates, how it generates revenues, and how they maintain their profitability. So it tells a lot about how a company uses their resources in order to generate value and in return money and profits for their organization. Okay, now that you understand the definition of a business model, it is time to talk about the key components of a business model. A business model has many components, and here we talk about 9 main and important components of a business model. The first component of a business model is called the value proposition. It explains which product or service they are offering to the community, why that particular service or product is important, and why it is valuable and it brings value to the community they are offering to. The second component of a business model is called the customer segments. It tells which segments or group of society they are dealing with, who are their customers, clients, and why that particular group or segment of the society is important to the business or their organization. The third element of a business model is called business channels. It tells how the organization or company delivers their service to their clients. Is it an online service? Is it a physical location? Is it both virtual and physical channels? For example, it could be an online service or also maybe an office or maybe a shop. And the fourth main component of a business model is called customer relationships. It tells how organization or the company creates relationships with their customers and their clients, how they maintain their relationship with their clients and customers. The fifth element of a business model is called the revenue streams. It tells how many streams of revenue the company would be able to create or generate, and how the money flows in and flows out from the company into the company. The sixth element of a business model is called key resources. It tells the key resources that the company organization need in order to create the value, in order to deliver the value or product to the community. The seventh element of a business model is called key activities. It lists the main and key activities that are needed in order to generate that revenue, in order to generate, create that particular service or product, and how they generate that service and how they operate, how they create that particular product or service. The 8 elements of a business model is called key partnerships. It tells the main partners of the company or organization, which partnerships are important, and maybe 5 main partners that are important to them and help them to offer their service or community effectively and efficiently to their customers. The 9 and the last element or component of a business model is called cost structure. It tells each element costs and how the cost structure creates that particular value, product, service. It tells the permanent costs, the capital costs, overhead costs. It's all about the costs that the company endure in order to generate their revenues and also create profits. Okay, now let's go to the two examples. The first example of a business model is a coffee shop business model. The value proposition of a coffee shop business model could be a premium coffee, it could be a cozy atmosphere, or a personalized service. The customer segments of a coffee shop business model could be different. If it is located in a local bazaar or market, the local residents could be the customers or clients of the coffee shop. If it is near an office building, the office workers are the customers. If it is located near the high school, college, or university, the students might be their main segments. And if it is near a tourism attraction, a park, for example, the tourists could be their segment groups. And the channels that a coffee shop business model use would be physical cafe, it could be a social media or a delivery app. It could be all of these at the same time. The customer relationships that a coffee shop business model use would be, for example, loyalty programs. It could be personalized experience that they create so that their clients, customers would be a repetitive customer or clients, a returning client. The revenue streams that a coffee shop business model creates would be selling coffee, selling snacks, merchandise, or events that they would create in order to create revenues for their business. The key resources that a coffee shop business model uses is skilled varieties, it could be quality beans, it could be cafe, space and tools, and specific ingredients that they need in order to generate and create their cafes, snacks, or whatsoever they are offering to their clients. The key activities involved in offering a coffee to the clients would be brewing the coffee. It could be marketing activities. It could be inventory management, for example. The key partnerships for a coffee shop business model could be suppliers, it could be delivery partners, and also local farms. The cost structure of a coffee shop business model would be rents, if they are obliged to pay rents for their coffee shop, for example. It could be paying salaries to their employees. It could be paying to their suppliers and utility bills, and also marketing costs associated with that specific coffee shop. Now let's go to the engineering example. The second example of a business model is engineering consultancy business model. The value proposition of an engineering firm could be a professional engineering design, ensuring safety, efficiency, and code compliance. The customer segments of an engineering firm could be developers, councils, homeowners, or builders. The channels that an engineering firm use in order to deliver their service could be direct meetings. It could be face-to-face meeting in an office, or it could be an online meeting. It also can be online portfolio or referrals. The customer relationships that an engineering firm would have, of course, professional contracts. There could be long-term partnerships with different customer segments. The revenue streams that an engineering firm would generate is, of course, project fee. It could be hourly rates, design documentations on that particular engineering service that they are offering to their customers. The key resources that an engineering business use would be qualified engineers, could be design software, for example, AutoCAD, Revit, Civil 3D, or it could be accreditations. The key activities of an engineering business model would be, of course, design, analysis, documentation, project management, could be, of course, surveying, could be data analysis, could be planning. So lots of activities would be involved in this particular engineering consultancy business model. The key partnerships that an engineering firm would build is, of course, relationships with the architects, relationships with the construction companies, with the councils and the government bodies. It could be with, of course, builders, for example. The cost structure of an engineering firm, of course, are costs associated with the salaries, the software licenses, it could be insurance, it could be office costs, and many bills that they must pay monthly in order to maintain their profitability, in order to operate that particular business and create value and profits. Now that you understood two examples of a business model, let's compare the coffee shop versus engineering consultancy. Of course, the components of a coffee shop or value proposition, for example, customer segments or revenue streams, we do not discuss about other 6 components here. The value proposition of coffee shop could be premium experience, the coffee quality, and engineering firm on the other hand would be technical expertise, ensuring safety and good compliance. So the coffee shop, of course, the value proposition is more product, which is a coffee. It could also be personal experience, a mix of product and service. And the customer segments of a coffee shop would be general public, daily customers, as we said, it could be students or tourists, for example. And the customer segments of an engineering firm are maybe developers, other firms, governments, builders, or homeowners. And the revenue stream of a coffee shop could be sales of products and the services, and the revenue stream of an engineering consultancy could be a project-based, and it's also hourly consulting fees that they charge their clients for the service or the consulting services that they are offering to their customers. Thank you for watching. If you watched the video fully, like the video and subscribe this channel for more useful tips and videos. Wish you all the best and hope to see you again. Thank you and good luck.